Hi everyone. Today we continue talking about the Spirit with some words from the prophet Ezekiel. I will give you a new heart and put a new spirit in you. I will remove from you your heart of stone and give you a heart of flesh. And I will put my spirit in you and move you to follow my decrees and be careful to keep my laws. So one of the big questions we wonder is, how do you get people to do the right thing, to do what they're supposed to do? And the easiest response, the most common response is, well, just make a rule about it. Make some law and give that to them. And unfortunately, that doesn't always work out. It may modify behavior sometimes if people will actually follow those rules, but it doesn't transform people. And the story of the Old Testament is in some ways seeing that process played out of God giving a law to people and seeing some ways in which that worked, but a lot of ways that it doesn't really transform people. And even though we think that things are different now as Christians in the New Testament, we still often want that or use that. We focus so much on what are the rules, what are you allowed to do, what are you not allowed to do, and how does that make someone a good Christian? Instead, what we see Ezekiel pointing to here is the way in which the Holy Spirit gives a kind of internalized knowledge, right? It's not some external law that we follow, but it's something inside, in our own hearts that changes. This is also, it comes up a lot in the prophets. Jeremiah 31 is a similar idea of the law being written on our heart. And so it's a change from inside out, rather than something outside coming and telling us what to do and transforming us in theory. Our hearts are changed, and that leads to us acting and living in a different way. Although we want some reinforcement of how we live to change our heart, right? It goes back and forth. But what Ezekiel points to, and even what Jesus talks about, is that it comes from inside first if we're really going to be transformed. We also wonder, okay, well, where is this happening? Who does this happen for? You know, we see the story of Pentecost, the Spirit poured out on Christians, on believers. And yet, Jesus himself also says the Spirit blows where it wants. Right? It can't be contained. And so, as we wonder where the Spirit's working and who is actually being led to make the right choices and work for good in the world, well, we look for the fruit. We look for the fruit of the Spirit. Wherever we see love, joy, peace, and all those things, that might be a clue the Spirit's working there too, even if it's not who we would expect. It's not our job to decide where the Spirit is working. Our job is to see where the fruit is and to produce that through the Spirit in our own lives as much as we can.